If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. It looks like the NFL world is about to be shaken to its core with a blockbuster rumor that's been heating up the wires all week, and now it might be more than just smoke. The Cleveland Browns, a team long tormented by instability at the quarterback position, are reportedly closing in on a massive trade deal that would bring none other than Jalen Hurts from the Philadelphia Eagles to Ohio. Yeah, you heard that. Right. Jalen Hurts, the same guy who led the Eagles to a Super Bowl appearance and has been a consistent MVP caliber performer, could be rocking orange and brown this preseason. The details of the deal are still under wraps, but trusted insiders are claiming it's all but finalized, pending medical evaluations and final approval from both front offices. If this goes through, it could redefine not just the Browns' trajectory, but shake up the entire AFC playoff picture. Now let's step back and process what this actually means. Jalen Hurts has been the face of the Eagles franchise, and by all accounts, a beloved leader both in the locker room and throughout Philadelphia. He's young, dynamic, and already proven on the big stage. So why would Philly even consider moving on from a guy like that? That's where things get interesting. Reports suggest there may have been some behind-the-scenes friction over contract structures, offensive philosophy, or long-term direction. While nothing's been confirmed, several analysts close to the Eagles have hinted that the front office sees a window to retool the team around a more traditional system quarterback, someone who fits better with their changing coaching philosophy. If that's the case, the Eagles might be cashing in while Hurts' trade value is sky high, and the Browns, desperate for consistency and credibility, are pouncing at the opportunity. The Browns, meanwhile, have been searching for their quarterback, savior for what feels like forever. From Johnny Manziel to Baker Mayfield, and most recently Deshaun Watson, Cleveland's QB carousel has been more drama than dominance. The Watson experiment has not panned out the way the front office hoped. It's been plagued with off-field controversy and inconsistent on-field play. While they've stuck by him publicly, the front office has quietly been exploring other options for months. That's where Jalen Hurts enters the frame. A proven leader, a dual-threat machine, and a guy who thrives under pressure, he's exactly the kind of quarterback who could not only elevate the Browns' offense, but energize an entire fan base starving for a true franchise cornerstone. If this trade becomes official, it's more than just a roster move, it's a culture shift. Let's talk about the price tag, because there's no way the Eagles are letting Hurts go for cheap. The buzz right now is that the Browns are giving up a king's ransom. We're talking multiple first-round picks, possibly a defensive starter, and maybe even a young offensive piece. That's the kind of haul you'd expect for a player of Hurts' caliber, especially one still entering his prime. Some fans might balk at the cost, but let's be real. When have the Browns not mortgaged the future trying to fix the quarterback position? The difference this time is they'd actually be getting a top-5 quarterback in return. And with the roster they've built, solid O-line, talented receivers, a rising defense, adding Hurts could be the final piece of a playoff contender, maybe even a Super Bowl dark horse. On the field, the fit is fascinating. The Browns' offensive coordinator has shown flashes of creativity, but limited QB play has kept the system conservative. With Jalen Hurts, that changes overnight. You can open the playbook to run-pass options, designed quarterback runs, and deep play action shots. Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, and David Njoku will suddenly find themselves catching passes from one of the most versatile arms in the league. And let's not forget about Nick Chubb. Imagine him running behind Hurts in an RPO-heavy attack. Defenses would be in nightmare mode trying to account for all those weapons. The possibilities are endless. And the film room in Cleveland has probably never been more excited than they are right now, diagramming the potential combinations. Now, what does this mean for the Eagles? If they really are moving off Hurts, who takes the reins, there's speculation they could pivot to a veteran stopgap while drafting their future guy. Or they might already have someone in mind, maybe even a young prospect they quietly love in this year's class. Either way, it's a gamble. You don't just replace a top-tier QB like Hurts easily, but if there's one front office that's shown the guts to make bold, unpopular decisions, it's Philadelphia's. Remember when they let go of Carson Wentz or traded away Zach Ertz? This might be the next chapter in their strategy to stay ahead of the curve. It's high risk, potentially high reward, but the fallout in Philly will be intense no matter what. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. From a league-wide perspective, this move sends shockwaves. The AFC is already a quarterback gauntlet. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, the list goes on. By adding Jalen Hurts to the mix, the Browns would instantly be catapulted into that elite circle. It also means the playoff race in the AFC North, already one of the most brutal divisions, just got even tougher. Steelers fans won't like this. Ravens fans will be watching closely, and Bengals fans, they might be the most nervous of all, because a Hurts-led Browns team is not the same old Browns. This is a squad that can legitimately go toe-to-toe with anyone and do it with swagger. Of course, we've seen almost blockbuster trades fall apart at the last minute before. Medicals don't check out. One side gets cold feet. A surprise offer from a third team swoops in and changes everything. Until this deal is official, nothing's set in stone. But with the way this rumor has gained traction and the silence from both franchises, it feels like something big is brewing. Sources say the announcement could come within days, possibly before the first preseason snaps are taken. If that happens, expect the Browns to dominate headlines for weeks to come, and don't be surprised if Jalen Hurts' jersey becomes the hottest item in Cleveland overnight. For Browns fans, this is a moment of cautious hope. They've been burned before, but there's something different about this potential deal. It's not just about hype. It's about a proven winner, a locker room leader, and a quarterback who has already earned the respect of his peers. Hurts isn't coming to Cleveland to rebuild. He'd be coming to win. And that's the mindset this franchise has been missing. If this trade goes through, the expectations will skyrocket. Anything less than a deep playoff run might feel like a letdown. But for once, the Browns would have a quarterback capable of shouldering that kind of pressure and thriving under it. We'll keep our eyes glued to every update, every insider tweet, every cryptic emoji from NFL reporters, because if this trade becomes reality, it's not just the biggest move of the offseason. It could be the move that changes the power structure of the NFL for years to come. Stay tuned, folks. The next chapter in Cleveland's football story might be its most exciting one yet. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!